Hey, what is up? It's me, Striking Mage. So today's video, I decided to do or officially decided to do a world tour of my survival world that me and a few friends I've been playing with for a long time. This video was actually suggested by a good friend of mine, which I will I will leave her channel down in the description below if you guys want to go check her out. Um, but yeah, let's get started. So I guess I could start showing you one of the builds I've, you know, I made a long time ago, which is right here. This is probably, yeah, I'd say this is one of the first builds I made. It's the cool design the for the Nether Portal. We and that's actually a name that one of my friends have given it. We call it the Sword of Saint Helios. If you guys don't know, that's a reference to a Halo. But yeah, this I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it looks cool. And of course, you got the beacons. You got the beacons around, uh, which I do plan to put more around here, as you can see, where they're meant to be. Um, but yeah, that's the first build. Um, gonna ignore that for now. That was supposed to be the main kingdom wall, but I didn't really like how far it was gonna be, so I kind of scrapped that idea. I plan to take that down in the near future. But another build I will be showing you guys right now. Alright, this is another build that I made a long time ago. This is the creeper farm. This one I got off of YouTube because this is definitely a farm that I desperately needed a long time ago for just to help, just a better, more efficient for making fireworks. So as you can see, there's a lot of gunpowder here. Ignore that chest. Uh, this is another build I made also a long time ago. It's just a bridge that connects uh, to get across these two land masses. Not sure exactly, but I know eventually I want to make. Because the reason I made this bridge is because I plan to put something in this whole area, which you can see down here. Um, these are two of my friends' houses, but I plan to get rid of them because I actually have houses, which I will show you guys in a minute. They're over there. That's the new like housing area. This was used to be the old one, but I'm getting rid of it because as you can see, I plan to make it into like a customized giant cherry grove with a massive cherry grove tree in the middle. Not really the best when it comes to making custom trees, but I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. Here's another cool build of mine, which is yes, fairly recent, fairly new. You got the iron beacon, you got the gold, you got the emerald. Recent addition was the diamond beacon. Now, of course, I'm sure y'all are wondering what's gonna go in the middle, which I think is pretty obvious. It's gonna be where the netherite beacon's gonna go. Which, as everyone knows, that takes a while. That takes a long time to actually get. Pretty rare to get actually. I'm not I wouldn't say I'm anywhere close to actually making another right beacon. Like not even 25% because as you can see, it's not enough. That is not enough for a beacon. That is very little to how much netherite I actually need. But all that will come in due time. So, on to the next. Alright, so this is the next build that I made a while ago. This is the drowned farm. As you can see, you got the killing chamber in there. They'll spawn up there, come down here, and just accept their demise. However, I do need to add more chests because, as you can see, it gets pretty cluttered with tridents and round flesh, as well as copper and nautilus shells. And I'm sure you all are wondering, like, what's gonna go over there. Well, I plan to put a giant arena over there. Gonna use it for, like, I'm not sure, probably trap more wardens, which I already have 2 that are trapped, which I will show you guys in a minute. But yeah, that's what I plan to put over there, is a giant arena. Now here's the next build, which was this one was actually suggested or recommended by that same friend I had mentioned in the video, or earlier in the video. And let me tell you, she would not get off my ass about making an iron farm. Every single thing I would say would always be like, so when you make that iron farm? When you gonna make that iron farm? Oh, that's cool, but hey, that iron farm though, am I right? So here you go. Here's the iron farm. It's not the best iron farm from a lot of the ones you guys will see on like YouTube and stuff. But I mean, it gets the job done. I don't need. It's not like I'm in dire need of iron. So yeah, it works. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Maybe in the future I don't know, make it more efficient. But for now, it gets the job done. So we are here at the next build. So over here we got the dock area, which, I mean, as you can see, it's not done yet. We're gonna have, I guess you could say this like the shipping yard, sort of. This is where I'll put like maybe, I don't know, like 2 or 3 cranes, 2 or 3 medieval cranes, and that'll like, how do I say this? Like put like supplies or crates onto boats that pass by. Then over there, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do right here. I think I was gonna put a lighthouse on that island that you guys see over there, but then I'm also debating on whether, like, should I put it on this island? I'm not sure. We'll see. We'll see. So this is the dock area. As you can see, it's not done yet. But if we go up here, got the new, which is also not finished yet. There's a lot of unfinished unfinished projects in this world that I still need to build or finish. This just happens to be one of them. But this is the storage house. As you can see, it's got a lot of blocks of different varieties. I still have to make a wood section for the new pale oak wood. But yeah, it pretty much has all the different building blocks in this game. Well, on to the next build. I wasn't gonna show you guys this one, just because this one's really not finished. But I might as well just mention it. So I plan to turn this into a villager trading hall, which the reason I stopped on this one is because I am also debating on the size of this world, or this build. I'm not entirely sure if I want to keep this villager trading hall the size that I came up with right here, or if I should decrease the size. Because it is a villager trading hall after all, so I don't think it needs to be that big, I would say. But I don't know. What do you guys think? Keep it that size or decrease it? Y'all can probably tell me in the comics if you want. So yeah, still trying to figure that out. Well, on to the next build. Okay, we are here. Now this is the new housing area that I mentioned earlier in the video. I mean, as you can see, you can see why I decided to move it. It's a better spot, I would say, for holding houses here. This one was one of the first houses that I made. Now when it comes to the houses, I did all of the exterior, like the main builds, the main structure of the house. A lot of the interior that you guys will see in some of these houses, not all of them, some, was all done by a friend. That same friend that I had mentioned earlier in the video. Which again, I do highly recommend to check out her channel, which I will leave in the description down below. She makes amazing content. Well, here, let me go upstairs. Yeah, as you can see, she did all the interior design. I'm not gonna read what's in that book. My friend left me something written in that book, and I refuse to look at it. I already know what's in the book. I'm not looking at it. Here's more of the houses that I built. This house I still have to I don't know. I still have to fix up the interior. Try to figure out where I want the rooms before I have my friend work on the interior design of this house. So still gotta figure that out. But everything that you guys see here was done by me. Even these custom trees that Sora just came up with. Um, I think they turned all right. There's another house. Kitchen not quite done yet. But the bedroom, again, also done by my friend. Well, let's go check out some of the other houses. This is my friend's house. This is the house that she had chosen, which again she also did the interior of this house as well. And of course she's got her cats. She's a big cat person. Not gonna look in there. And of course you got the attic up here. So not really much going on up here. Just gonna skip past a few of these houses because they're not quite built, not quite ready yet. There's more custom trees that you guys will see I pass by. Little touch-ups I did with the trees, trying to make this area light up more with these like frog lights and rods, these lanterns as well as the glowberries. Oh, of course, more additions to are my builds. Can't forget the firefly bushes. Also added more light. You got the main like market area. I still have to put villagers in here. Figure out which villagers to put in here. Got the center fountain. Working on a few more houses over here. So not much going on in this area. You got one watchtower over there. I plan to put more watchtowers just like it. However, that one's not quite finished yet. But now onto the farm. I want to show you guys the farm. Alright, we are here. This is what I call the Sniffer Sanctuary. Oh, excuse me, sir. Oh, he's sniffing. Oh, he's sniffing. As you can see, I put quite a bit of sniffers in here. Every now and then they'll just sniff up the ground. Find me some of these seeds. I do, however, I don't know, I might expand this at some point. I mean, because sniffers, or not, but I mean, sniffers don't really they don't do much aside from, get these seeds, and I'll just sometimes plant them down there. So I mean, not a whole lot going on with sniffers. Just gonna plant those. Continuing on with the farm, got the greenhouse right here, which again is also not quite done, especially since a creeper blew up right here and right there. Got one sugarcane farm right here. Got some carrots and potatoes growing. Not sure what I'll put right here. I was thinking about putting maybe a custom, I don't know, lush tree, or what is it called, a azalea tree? I think I'm pronouncing that right. Probably not, but this right here is the start of the wheat field. That's kind of what I came up with. As you can see, I got these shroom lights to help light up the wheat fields. Got more wheat fields down here. Plan to make a giant wheat field covering of this whole, or most of this area. I also got some sweet berries growing right here. So this is the sweet berry farm. Gotta cover this hole. But the wheat fields will continue on in this direction as the path continues. Might also, it'll continue on this way, but also put maybe a bee farm up on this hill. Probably in this area. If we continue on this way, you see I got which is also not done. You'll notice that I have a lot of unfinished builds in this world, because I get sidetracked and too excited when it comes to starting something new. But this is the barn, housing a lot of sheeps and cows and pigs. Which, speaking of which, might as well do this now. Not with the sheep. I already have too many sheep. Alright. On to the next. Alright, as you can see behind me, with how flat the land is, I had decided to clear out this whole area. Might also clear out that area too. But I decided to clear out this whole area because I plan to put statues of all my friends that have played on this world, or still play on this world. So you can see over here, this platform will be, you know, yours truly. A statue of me right here in the center. Since, I mean, this is my world after all. Plan to put 2 friends on that side, and then 2 more friends on that side. Because at least 4 friends that play on this world. But yeah, that's pretty much the game plan. Might add 2 more. So I think there's been 2 other friends that have played on this world, but we'll see. But that is the main plan. However, I did stop because at least on this structure, this statue, wasn't really liking the texture that this one was coming out to. I don't know, just building a life-size model of a Minecraft skin is just hard sometimes, depending on the skin. I know mine's gonna be extremely hard because, as you can see, I got, you know, wings, horns coming out of my head. So we'll see what I can do with that. Alright, I've flown to the next build, and it's not much, but this is basically just a nice game I made for some of the friends that I have hopped on this world. Basically a never have I ever. I mean, if you guys, I took inspiration from another YouTuber that I watch. I'm sure you guys have heard of her. Goes by the name of Afmal. That's kind of where I take this inspiration from. It's just the never have I ever obstacle course. Which, for those who have never played Never Have I Ever, goal of the game is, I mean, pretty simple. Person who is saying, you know, like, for example, let's say like, oh, never have I ever liked the taste of cheese. Then if you've never, you know, obviously never done that, or never, you know, to whatever the person says, then you move forward. But if you have done that, then you stay back. So pretty simple, and the, you know, goal of the game is to simply get to the end. But yeah, that's kind of where I took this inspiration from. Never have I ever. And if we go down here, which I'm sure you guys have noticed in the background, got these nice stairs going down. Also, I came up with this design of the stairs. Might bring back this design for, I don't know, future builds. We'll see. But I made this cool little, I just made this cool little area for, again, a good friend of mine, who I had also mentioned earlier in the video. Again, you know, hint, you know, check her description down below, or check out her YouTube channel down below. But yeah, this is just the area I made for her, and a random pink sheep that also spawned while me and her were down here. So we're not gonna talk about that guy. But moving on to the next build. So this is pretty much where the magic happens, literally. This is probably the highest point in the kingdom. I mean, so far. I mean, until I finish, you know, making my like whole castle right there, which that's gonna take a while. But this is the Mage Tower. My Mage Tower. Got all different armor sets down here. Tools, weapons, more armor. As you can see, I explored the end a lot, which I still highly regret, especially for whenever they decide to come out with an end update. I'm gonna have to travel far in my world to actually find new shit. But I got a bunch of chests with enchanted books, potion ingredients, or more potions galore. What's in this chest? Oh, arrows. Also found this thing online. It's a while ago. Didn't even know you can do this. Just make the water disappear. Have it just be bubbles. Got my uh, main quarters. But I also like to name my weapons sometimes. Got the Wither Killer, Trident of Poseidon, Trident of Zeus. I named this one Trident of Zeus because it's got channeling, which if y'all didn't know, channeling tracks lightning. Shoot, whenever you hit a mob, so it's gonna put that back in place. And of course, I named this one the Trident of Poseidon because, well, it's got Riptide 3. Poseidon, water. Y'all get it. Got the main mob heads. I put a few in here, but I pretty much just display these as trophies. As you can see, there's one missing, which is the piglin mob head. That's gonna take me a while to do, because either I bring a piglin to the overworld, or I bring a charged creeper to the nether. It's like, which one's easier? So, still gotta figure that one out. So, some of these chests are filled with, totems, and, elytra wings as well. I also like to display my armor, or each set of armor, on top of the material that they, are made out of. And of course, my inner chest is, I gather a lot of materials. And I also like to organize sometimes. You got netherite, being, in the black shulker box. Diamonds in the blue, emeralds in the green, iron in the white, and, so on and so forth. Gold, redstone, lapis, amethyst, and copper. Alright, we shall move on to the next. Alright, so as I was on my way to the next build that I was going to show you guys, I completely forgot about this. So this one's not quite finished yet, as you can see. We are in the nether. This is the quote-unquote, like, nether base that's a friend of mine had built. Got the security room in there, a few doors that lead to the dangerous outside of the nether. But I do plan to update this base and make it nicer, make it better, make it more efficient. But this is what I wanted to show you guys. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, why is there just a random, cobblestone bridge that goes, all the way over here? Well, this is gonna be what, my friend had called a nether highway, or the highway in hell. And of course, it's gonna be a tunnel, so it's gonna protect us from, like, gas and stuff. So ice is gonna go on here, and if you guys don't know, if you use a boat on ice, then you go insanely fast. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do right here. Obviously, we have reached the end, but we are headed in the direction where it's supposed to connect, which is just past these nether wasteland. Supposed to connect right here. Because you don't know, I got a few outposts, or currently 2 at the moment. Working on 3, but there's 2 outposts in my world, which we are gonna head through this other portal, and I'm gonna show you guys what that outpost looks like. look who followed me through. So we have made it to the Mountain Outpost, is what I like to call it. And this is what the portal on the other side looks like. I'm actually quite happy with this design. As you can see, it's a giant sword stabbed right into a skeleton skull, or a dragon skull, I should say. But yeah, it's a pretty cool build. I'm not sure what to call it. Maybe I don't know, giant sword. I don't know. But yeah, this is the main outpost, which is over here. I mean, the reason I call it the Mount Outpost, because as you can see, it's surrounded by, one mountain, two mountain, or three, I guess, four, and then there's a few mountains over this hill. There's another one over there, another one somewhere, yeah, right there, and I think more in that direction. But down here is the main outpost. I should also mention we had picked this area because surrounding us, under a lot of these mountains, is I think about 6 different ancient cities. Right now I'm below 1. I think there's 1 in that direction. I think 2 in that direction. Or no, I think, yeah, something like that. 1 or 2 in that direction, then 2 more in the opposite direction. But yeah, that's the main outpost. I still plan to come back here at some point and make it look a lot nicer, make it more homey. But that's pretty much the end for that build. But I do have about one more build I want to show you guys, which is something else I'm working on. Right, so before I actually show you guys that last build, I completely forgot, I think I had mentioned this at some point in the video, but I did trap 2 Wardens a while ago, or a while back, which they are down here. Originally, there was only 1 Warden, not these 2, but a different one, that me and a friend had trapped. But I completely forgot it was down there, and I messed up because a glitch happened during a raid, and I was forced to put the world to peaceful, so it would make this glitch disappear. Not gonna get into what the glitch was, but just it was just annoying. So I had to put the world to peaceful, but when I did that, it completely deleted the warden that me and that friend had trapped down here. So now I had to, on my own time, go back into the ancient city, which is below the main kingdom. Go back into that ancient city, go lead a new warden, get his attention, lead him, and make him follow me, so he would fall down there. So as you can see, that's 1 warden, and then the other warden I just kind of did on my own time as well too. They are both named, so they won't despawn or anything. But yeah, that's I might trap more wardens. Maybe, we'll see. I do plan to make a prison. I do like build a prison at some point, maybe on like an island, and probably trap a few wardens in there. Well, of course they'd have to be like deep below ground so they don't like attack any other like quote unquote prisoners, which would probably just be mobs. But yeah, that's kind of the idea. Okay, now I will show you guys that last build I want. Okay, we are here at the last build, and no, it's not this village, but it's right in front of me. Now I'm sure you guys are wondering, like, why am I digging up a massive hole, which I've also outlined more in this direction. As you can see, I've outlined it in the ground. Well, this is probably the largest project build that I have ever done. And as you can see, the end portal's down there. But, and looking at it, I've also discovered that I might have to increase the size. Maybe. Because I do plan, like I said, you see that the end portal is the centerpiece of the structure. But I do plan to make surrounding the end portal, uh, making a bunch of every biome that's in the game. From the cherry grove to the forest, birch forest, um, mountains, plains, ice spikes. All the whole nine. Even the recent ones like the pale garden. And that's another thing that's gonna be the reason why I might have to increase the size, because there's a lot of biomes in this game, and I don't know if this size is gonna cut or not. So we'll see. I don't plan to make or include any of those like variants variations of certain biomes. Like, if mountains will just be mountains, and then plains, just the basic ones. Bamboo forest I'll do. So probably not every biome, but a lot of the main ones. So we'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the end of this world tour. I might, I don't know. I might go back and maybe in the future make a new update version of the world tour once I actually get a lot of these projects done and built. Maybe start new ones here and there. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Now, I am working on a series which I plan to record here in a few days. But there's a series that I'm actually excited about. I hope you guys. I'm not gonna say what the series is, but I hope you guys are excited for that as much as I am. But yeah, that pretty much concludes the end of this episode, or this video, I guess. And yeah, I will talk to you guys in the next video. So take care, guys.